Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Off to a Belgian brewery now, and it's a beer that my good lady got me for Christmas, and it's from Brewery Haacht, or Brewery Haacht, or Haacht Brewery, and we have a bottle of their Tongerlo Blonde. It's in a 330ml bottle, coming in at 6%. Lovely label, I do like that. I love the simplicity of the colours and the branding. Make sure I get that the right way round. I think that is the right way round. Great bottle cap, I do like that. Now, I don't have a Haacht Brewery glass or a Tongerlo glass, so we are going to stick it in the old 330ml Leffy glass. And it actually got me thinking. Now I'm going to open this and do the pour while I'm chatting shit, as you do. Hopefully it ain't going to explode. It got me thinking that I've got this PD Pro. I've done a few re-reviews of beers and adjusted the temperature to the recommended temperature, if you like, as opposed to when I reviewed a lot of them at the 3 degrees when they should have been warmer, or higher temperature, or however you want to look at it, really. And it got me thinking that I really need to start doing a few more re-reviews of the Perfect Draft beers on Perfect Draft Pro at the different temperatures. Now, thankfully, I've caught up with the reviews on the Perfect Draft and also on the Blade. So obviously there's going to be some Beer Monster keg reviews, and there's going to be lots of bottled stuff, but there's always going to be kegs coming. So I think what I'll start doing, if they don't go nuts on releasing kegs on the Perfect Draft Pro this year, I will try and get quite a few kegs in that I can re-review and do them maybe at the temperature they should be. So yeah, waffled on for ages anyway, talking shit and but hopefully, you know, you'll be interested in that. So like I say, Tongerlo from Haacht Brewery, beer in a glass, got it in the left glass. A nice hazy amber colour, lots of bubbles coming up the middle. I can see that because it's a nucleated glass. We've got a good fat finger of white head, medium-sized bubbles, looks decent, looks like a nice beer. So, give her another swirl, dive in on the nose and see what we get. Yeah, a little bit of a yeasty kind of feel to it. Not picking a lot up though, hopefully it's not me. I've just had a Franziskaner Royal, so I don't know whether that's coming off my breath or mixing, but in all honesty there's nothing really sort of coming up. A little bit of a yeasty thing, maybe a little bit of fruitiness. There is a hint of your sort of typical Belgium aroma, but nothing massively overpowering. So let's dive in on Haacht Brewery's Tongerlo Blonde. Cheers. Okay. Now, for me there, it's well carbonated. Lots of bubbles, but you expect a lot of bubbles from a Belgian beer, and you certainly get more bubbles from a Belgian beer in a bottle than you do out of, say, the PD, if you like. The body's nice, it's not too heavy. I think it actually feels lighter, because this beer doesn't feel, some blondes that you get from Belgium, for me, they have a stickiness about them. I'm not going to say syrup, but they have a stickiness, and it almost feels like they're a little bit heavier to drink. This hasn't got that stickiness, so I think it gives the impression of the beer being lighter. Like I say, well carbonated, maybe a tad over carbonated. I don't know, that's going to be down to personal preference. Maybe just a tad. Drinks nicely. I'm not going to say it's the smoothest or softest of mouthfeels, but I do think that bit of carbonation in it does improve it, and it does make it very drinkable, very enjoyable on the taste. Bear with me for a second. That'll be the bubbles coming up, I do apologise. Oh. And as I said, is, you know, pretty carbonated. There is that yeasty, candied fruit side to this beer, which you expect. I would say for a lot of Belgian beers that I do drink, of blondes, they're all yeast and candied fruit and sweetness. I do get quite a big malty note behind that in this beer. And I think maybe I picked that up because it isn't so sweet and isn't so sticky. I may be completely wrong as well. I get kind of, it's fruity, it's yeasty, a little bit sweet, a little bit malty. That fruitiness is, for me, I get a banana toffee caramel thing coming through. Not so much as I do from other Belgian beers, but for me, and some people might shoot me down in flames on this one, but I really do kind of just get that feel of it, but it's kind of subtle. It's there, but it's a diluted sort of taste to it. And it's quite nice. It is nice that you're not like whacked in the chops with it, because you're still getting that Belgian beer feel about it with that added, if that makes any sense. It's really nice to drink. Now, I'm prone for criticising beers for not being too heavy, but I do like the way this drinks. It just drinks nice and light. The 6% you don't get at all for me. I think the 6% is well hidden. It ends with a slight bitterness to it, and it is a nice subtle bitterness again. Excuse me, carbonation coming up. That's a really nice drop. That's a really nice drop. It's got enough of that Belgian, all the Belgian qualities you expect in a blonde, but rather than sometimes they can be over sweet, over fruity, over this, over that, this is just toned down, say 10%, and everything is all more subtle, all more easygoing. It's almost a beer that you can just sit there and go, that's nice, that's nice. It's almost, you know, you drink Belgian beers sometimes and they're full on and you want that full on experience. This is subtle and it's almost like, you know what, I don't care. It's got all that taste. It's a laid back Belgian blonde. So for me, Haacht Brewery, however you want to put it, their Tongerlo blonde, I really like it. I think that is a really nice, enjoyable beer that goes down perfect. I think the weight of the beer, the weight of the body and the flavours just all works really well together for my personal palate. But that's a nice easy going one. And would I pick it up again? Well, I say would I pick it up again? I never picked this one up, but I would certainly happily drink that again. I just find that just a nice easy going Belgian blonde beer. So yeah, for me, Tongerlo blonde from Haacht Brewery definitely gets a thumbs up. If you're thinking of getting it and you like your blondes, you know, it's up to you whether you pick it up, but I think that's decent, and I think we all need to try different beers just to see what we like, don't we? So if you've had this beer before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Feel free to like, share and subscribe. That's it for this one. That's it for tonight. There won't be any more tonight. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.